So, I've played a lot of weird games in my life. Even more so now that I cover them for an outlet. Go check out Tech Raptor. They're awesome people doing great stuff. Seriously, do it. But out of all those weird things, I've really yet to play anything that makes me think much afterwards. That is until I played Kids. Kids is a game about crowd psychology and group bias by two artists named Mario Von Rickenbach and Micheal Frei. I'm sure I fucked that one up because I'm sure he doesn't share the same last name as this guy. In this game, you have no protagonist, narrative, or real clear objective and goal. To progress, you need to do the obvious and conform with whatever everyone else is doing. In some spots, you need to do the wave, suicide in this big black hole, and quite literally, run with the herd. It's super weird and definitely more of an art installation than a puzzle game, but there's something awesome about its brief runtime. So when the game starts, you're shown to kids, and you need to choose how you want to say hello. This is immediately followed by this.
Hello.
Oh my god, dude, are you okay? Jesus. This is then followed by some of the strangest, but at the same time totally understandable and mesmerizing imagery I've seen in a modern video game. And it's a little hard to explain what's going on here without sounding like the biggest asshole on earth, but you clicked on this video, I'm now going to explain what I think Kids is all about. Throughout the game, you're never really given any instructions to do anything outside of one binary choice. This can be as simple as falling into this hole, sliding through whatever this thing is, or just starting a wave. By stripping player choice, or the illusion of choice, we as gamers are now tasked with having to do the obvious thing, going with the crowd. While this seems pretty common ever since the concept of go right was something, it's kind of an unusual thing to see in modern games. And whether you realize it or not, as of the last generation, the idea of an open world and player agency through gameplay has become the standard. Be this something as simple as cosmetic gear, dialogue options, or something more ambitious, like multiple endings and branching pathways.
Who's laughing now?
From the guns we choose in our loadouts to the endless dances and emotes we use at just the right times, games have become more open-ended and custom, even if the end result is super linear. So when something like Kids comes along and it forces you to abandon that, it's quite impactful. Not as impactful as this punch, but you get the idea. Jesus Christ, man. That's hilarious. So while Kids isn't breaking any new ground gameplay-wise, it's a pretty bold statement about conformity and how ultimately we tend to run in packs and lean towards that tribal mentality our species is so accustomed to. There's something really powerful about not only seeing a visual representation of alienation and the need for conformity, but also interacting with it and discovering that the only way to win is to conform and do what everyone else is doing. And look, I get it. Art is subjective, and if anything, this game made me want to think about themes that ultimately challenge me and challenge the way how I look at groupthink and hive mind mentality. So that's pretty sick.
Okay.
Or I'm just talking out of my ass and this is just a game about clapping and falling into a hole. Regardless of your interpretation, it looks pretty rad, and you can play it on your phone, PC, or Mac. So take that, Nintendo. Alrighty, that's another game down. I'm not going to give it a rating because I realized after posting the last one that it was kind of stupid for me to give it a number. If you want to play it, you will. If not, then that's cool. I'm not your mom. Anyways, be sure to do that thing that everyone else has to do at the end of their videos because it'll make you super cool. But I'm not going to say what it is, but you know what I'm talking about. Alright, bye.